Illusion shattered! Spring forth! There is no escape! Gather! Hi! Propagate! Illusion shattered! Propagate! Stabilize! There is no escape! Scatter! Gather! Illusion shattered! Propagate!
Just what will we come across this time?
So, what's the deal?
Stay close and you will live.
Chivalry will never die. I'll bring my seasonings.
Nowhere to run! Futile! Scatter!
Solidify!
By royal decree!
Germinate! Now judgment is upon you! I to the very... Let's get down to business! I will have order! To the very...
Gather!
Odds revealed! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No rest for the wicked. Scatter! Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul!
This
Futile! Nowhere to run!
If there's anything you wish for, I'll gladly be of service.
Silta! I... Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Let's get down to business. What's one more opponent? Stabilize!
By royal decree!
Propagate! Nowhere to run! This is order. Fall before me! Like this.
It's my lucky day!
Let me try my blade.
Boom! How's this?
That won't work.
Odds reveal!
Ha! Scatter!
Gather!
Spring forth! Futile! Through me, justice is served! Finally, you stand condemned! There's more! The fairy! Their penance is due! Guilty! Let's get down to business!
One strike.
By royal decree!
Stabilize! Cheap tricks.
Propagate! Surrender! Your sins weigh upon your soul! The fairy! Their penance is due! Guilty! I will have order!
Cheap tricks. Solidify!
Oz, reveal thyself! Wings of dark!
Nowhere to cut down like this.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but... not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Surrender! Nowhere to run!
By royal decree!
Propagate! Surrender!
Through me,
Justice is served!
I must
Withdraw. Futile!
Want me to come along?
Wait for my signal.
Our bond is strong!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Too late for regret.
Surrender! This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill. The world looks glorious in the snow. Pure white, like the light of the moon. A perfect backdrop for bloodshed. Nowhere to run!
Have fun with this game. Dare to mess with me. I'm out of here.
Riptide! Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
You want me on your team?
Drat. You caught me.
No time to lose.
Make my escape.
Surrender! You die!
Gears of the storm.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Bring it on.
Surrender!
Truth repeats its course.
Nowhere to run!
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only
Yes, you came to me.
Did one of them just mention Tataris Suna? Is it kinda great. Let's go find out what...
The baddest round.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your... if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're...
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe...
No, of course I believe you. Actually, this is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped...
Actually, we don't know much about that place either.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
If you don't mind.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think...
Well, fair point.
Let me give you some background. This all started, but in the end, apart from the...
That's right.
So first...
Yes, my thoughts exact...
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens, even back then...
Wait, so there are...
That's right!
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like...
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to...
The Kaidahara?
Sawada, you left out the big...
Oh, yes, of course! How could I forget?
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the...
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the...
No! Paimon just...
I agree. It does.
Oh, and please read my Sawada, what... Oh!
Wait! You're allowed to just make...
Akaba... Besides, if the...
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
We have some other stuff to do.
All right, thank...
Hey, so... That thing... Okay, then... Even if, after all, we could... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
No time to lose.
you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or...
Sure enough.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Sir... I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida's...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But...
It's not every day you see people questioning the god.
Don't you dare try... As long as the...
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a...
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck to... Wait a second. Former? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear.
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the balladeer used to be one of them, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. So I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. Exactly! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go, our minds have... As Sumerus, if this deal with the balladeer hits my pleasure I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the... Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Great. Prepare yourself.
You're mine! No time to lose. No time to lose.
No time to lose. Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, Jim.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine. Let's go and...
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path.
You sure are confident.
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this god.
We can start.
Irminsul access.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow! So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Hey, so... what are you...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it.
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access...
The Balladeer's actually doing what they...
The rest is up to you.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon... Yes, I've also...
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our head?
That's part...
Paimon's never so...
As I've told you before, there are still some Perhaps today will be the... Well done. So, you made contact.
Huh.
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Speaking of puppets,
If you mean the mysterious events,
Really? Because from what they were saying, it's...
oh, how interesting.
So the Gese got it right.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Of course you do.
So,
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though.
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
This light. It look...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement!
Shh! Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. As I understand, the forging industry with skills.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening, you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma.
So you say, Escher.
My goods.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. And what have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat?
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look in your eyes...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
It's no trouble at all. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me... the Doctor.
The Fatui?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you...
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. Make no mistake.
He has nothing.
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human, Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? But why did we see... When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. You know very well what that means. Let's give him some space. We need to give him some time to process his emotions. I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events, the load was far. The mechanic removed. The balladeer was stuck. He fought Niwa.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man?
Yes. Only if you understand.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, aren't you investigating this stuff?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset.
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, so tell me, in this world... Done.
Huh? What the?
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running up?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarm, but if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve—
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he just... Oh, no.
Oh,
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon,
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or...
Where the heck did he...
Don't be. We're running out of time. This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and no, I'm sorry, but this isn't something
An emergency?
Don't worry.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite his... It's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one would... Ooh. Huh? Sorry, but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that... Uh-oh. Paimon's had it with that... There's no way he'll actually succeed. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But... So... Alright. Paimon and Dre and Paimon was, talking? Is that a food too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something? So, the balladeer is... Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Add at... Thank you for complete...
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't... The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans, most of the great swordsmith clans, but fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden.
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right. There is no harm in telling you the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatara Suna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, But he rushed. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, but when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. My pleasure.
Don't tell Pun. On to the next.
Traveler! It's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate.
Are they out?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone...
We'll be heading in.
Hello, dears. Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss As for the Commissioner himself, well...
So pretty much business as usual on the yacht.
Very much.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have, I must say, many things in Inazuma. Whenever the Commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins. The Commissioner has such a... They say it's because Toma is a much better chef than most. They get to talking about you sometime, Miss Kamisa. It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, so in the future, it's wonderful.
Paimon likes it here too. Paimon's itching to try it.
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. Great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see her.
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of.
Very well. Say...
Time to go.
Dead with me!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The berry. That hurts. The wind knows me.
This will do! You win.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Xavier? What are you doing?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this.
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just like the back of my head. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation.
A couple?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How...
Hey! Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither.
What brought this on? Did you just... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned. Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most... Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crop. Come on. All right.
Stabilize!
Too late for regrets.
One with nature. Time to go.
Useless.
Hey, it's them.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you...
We have time.
It's the same topic we just...
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh?
I presume you'll want to read mine.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler, remember how
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow. So many.
Well. So
this new info...
Yes, okay.
And they're back at it.
Oh, so...
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop of...
Will do.
Useless.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler. Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment.
The balladeer? You look troubled. Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong?
That's quite... So, this puppet known as the...
But how was he even able to...
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it. Nevertheless, it does make...
So, you believe this...
Yes. The Traveler... So if there's anyone in the world...
Paimon's having a...
I can only make inferences. Something else worrying you? Something that you... It couldn't change the fate of the once the balladeer... He couldn't keep... The story makes the balladeer try... That power...
Yeah, it just feels so...
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that...
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record.
Huh? You?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this...
Hold on. So this
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki changing the information, but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a...
That's incredible!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul. This story is a... But if we connect... There was once a lone... Once in a while. But the monster soon found solace. The kitten Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified... A gray fox stood up, and The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the..." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that how it wished to swallow the moon, and if I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just to become a god. He was This memory was extracted from him by the skull, creating a deity. I buried it.
It's hard to believe Paimon has no
The balladeer, before he vanished, we still don't know how to change.
It sounds like Paimon...
This is why So the answer is not everything. When you give someone... To others looking, never forget, and that is what.
Yeah.
Good idea. Time.
You got it. Come. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Useless! Boring!
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. What is it? Have you figured... Why'd you jump up?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself... I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess.
Leave it to me. I'll find...
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay...
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should... Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with? You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet?
Huh?
You were right!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to...
Are you really working for them?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter in his cart.
That's oddly nice.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the...
Useless.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but
You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called a previous incarnation.
oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, you want to tell me. If it's that, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you...
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you drifted from place to place. Actions rooted in persistence.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most...
We're not trying...
If we were enemies, why are you...
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be... He's got so much to answer for...
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes.
Please, I want to see...
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet. With no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information. These memories will show you the raw truth.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway.
All right.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your ballad...
Is that because this is...
You could...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so... There's someone passed out? You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately...
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second-in-command at Tatarasuna, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live along there?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born?
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here.
Okay, I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager, he kept coughing all the time.
But you can't.
Yup, we're family now.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, after his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatar...
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
Hey! What's wrong? Say so! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others.
The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast? Fulfill my duty!
Finish. Time to go.
This place is dark.
In the original version of events, the trap...
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time?
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here.
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
As one with wind and cloud!
Blink! One with nature.
No longer.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss, We barely saw each other, and
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps.
Let's move on.
You're a god.
If you accept that he is you,
In your eyes?
do you think there are any differences between your Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world,
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous... Are you sure you...
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. But then I met you. I've always felt I have an innate so I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
You got any more stupid questions?
Insignificant past!
That's far enough!
Be more human!
Behold! Know your place! At my command, you shall fall! The wind rises. My endless cycle begins! Quit following me. Swarm Fury!
You dare to gaze upon me? Insignificant pest!
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared?
What did you expect?
There's the tone of voice. Wait, but it was you inside that...
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks...
The memory recovery seems...
Come on. Let's
Useless.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no... I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui. And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people. And they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past...
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had. You weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people... These are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence...
Indeed.
Do you regret...
Even if I'm completely... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul.
Yes. And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information.
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted...
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's...
Utility to others is what gives me worth. Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fake.
I'm glad you're a traveler, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, so that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, borrowing and returning are the only real relation.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such... Some things in this world can... Everything that you feel is real and To be human is to live with imperfections.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Paimon!
Why?
Because...
Then I hope we don't see much.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas. If it's a
Have you got... Are you sure? Oh, all right.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. Everyone who manipulated me...
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them, even though the events have been erased from the world...
I see. Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest. What's that look for? That day will... Alright. Goodbye, wise deity. And you
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire life.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything so we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old... The dark clouds had then won all these life.
Useless. Worthless.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. What? Huh? Look at them. Did someone...
You sound lost, and I know why you are troubled.
Huh?
Unfortunately, when a small, like a vase that... History does not...
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? Ugh. Feels wrong just leaving it.
wind knows me. Shed!
Solidify!
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind. Useless.
I will have order. Gather!
I follow the wind. Brings a smile to my face.
Solidify!
Have fun with this gift!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud! Into the wind! Time to go. Time to go.
Right.
Time to go. Time to go.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
The wind knows me. Boring! Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
You are not welcome.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
It's too late for regrets.
I will have order.
Now you're testing my patience.
Turn this work over to the Elmines.
Time to go to
Solidify!
Gears of the storm!
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Now you're testing my patience.
This is order.
Truth repeats it. Have fun with the gears of the storm.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
Everybody stand back! Nice and spicy!
Amateur mistake. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Let's light it up! Going in!
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Luba, get them! Teamwork is dreamwork!
I'm quite impressed.
Add astro...
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt. Ha! Yeah! No time to lose. Yep. How? I had only just... Yeah.
Nice and spicy! Let's light it up!
Wind Strider!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Let's light it up!
Quite impressed.
Nice and spicy!
Time to go.
Let's light it up!
Take that!
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Should replace my hammer.
No time to lose.
Get them!
Into the wind. Who's next? No time to lose.
You are not welcome here.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Fine. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds
You're toast!
shouldn't let your guard down.
We'll meet again.
No time to lose.
You are not welcome here.
Into the wind.
Let's end this now.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
At the frying pan, it's...
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows it.
Teamwork is teamwork!
You are not welcome here.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Testing my patience.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds
come. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.